In 2020, Rec Room created a convention you can partake in-game. Overall, it was an amazing idea. It was just bogged down by how it was executed, with unnecessary areas and events you just can't get into. And the following 3 years after were brain-numbing experiences that felt the exact same with only a slight bit of improvement. And now, RecCon 2024 was so unapologetically not that bad. It was actually pretty good and addressed a lot of the issues that I had in previous years. Wow, look at me, finally being positive, first time! RecCon 2024 is an event by Rec Room for Rec Room. It ran from September 27th to the 29th. Guys, guess of what year? This time having free items. Oh, lucky us. These being the Black RecCon lanyard, the RecCon High Tops 2024, and the Black RecCon hoodie that we got in 2021. Wait, the theme is black? Didn't they do this already? Glossing over that, because you damn well know Rec Room did the same thing, let's talk about the paid items that your broadcast definitely can't get. Starting off with the RecCon tuxedo and the RecCon tuxedo dress, both for 6,000 tokens. And to match this suit and dress, you have silver sweatpants for 1,500. Way! And of course, the obligatory bubbly for 1,100. That at least stays the same. Inflation hasn't hit that one. And a makeup and skin for 3,840. Why is it so specific? There were also other items that weren't specifically for RecCon, like this shirt where I'm guessing a release date just kind of lined up, so they just went, you know what would be great? This in RecCon. And there were other items which were just kind of re-releases brought back for this RecCon, with prices that make me they make me want to hurl. I never thought this day would come. They finally got rid of those stupid hubs after 4 long years. You know the RecCon hubs that they've been reusing for the past few years? You know, outside, inside, and they just kind of change the colors every time? Well, now, there's no outside, and the interior has been completely revamped. Yippee! On the topic of revamping, they got rid of the stupid cosplay park. Let's rejoice! For context, in previous RecCons, there are a lot of random rooms that pretty much served zero purpose, like the art exhibit, the souvenir hall, and the bloody cosplay park. My continuous criticism of these areas was that they are just complete blow. They are the most shallow and empty rooms in the convention, which were pretty much only there to make it seem there was so much to do. And hell, in the case of the souvenir hall, reusing assets they had for the expo halls. But now they're gone. Gone! Never to be seen again. And I hope to God it stays that way. One thing I'm a bit iffy on them changing is the line of events. That's completely gone now. They did replace it with a menu you could just scroll through, and it's really nice and it's really convenient. But you can only see the events on that day, which is pretty annoying. Mind you, I'm pretty sure the wall of events also did that. But one thing I damn well know is an issue with the menu and the line did not have is getting the event times just flat out wrong. It's gonna be very hard for Rec Room stuff, I know, but imagine you don't live in a specific time zone. You go to see the line of events and go, oh, I want to go to that one. Oh, when's it happening on? Oh, just like 4 in the afternoon. I can do that. You click on the event and, you know, click that you're going. Oh, never mind. It says on my time, it's gonna be 2 in the morning. And you can't even use the excuse of, oh, maybe they just can't do that. Because they have. Actually, if you walk a bit to the left from the menu, you can see, you know, the main events, which is 2. Yippee. The times on there are correct and change depending on your time zone. The menu, God knows why they couldn't implement that one. And it's not like, oh, it's just, it's not available for the menu. They made the game. Make it available. They've done it once. They've done it multiple times, actually. You can see it in the watch. You can see it right in the fucking banner. The last thing of note that they've added in this new hall is the new minigames. Ooh, yay! This being the fashion thing, the trivia area, the Candy King minigame, the goblins if you count it. One of them giving you prizes. Don't get your hopes up. They're only food items. And fun fact, they don't work half the time. You may ask, but Penguin, what do these minigames mean? The first two, I'm sure you can decipher that. The other one is a random player is assigned the Candy King. They have to grab candy. And if you go next to the Candy King for a set period of time, someone else will become Candy King. No, you won't become him. Just a random person. I love that minigame so much. Can you tell? And the other one is barely a minigame. They had goblins hidden around the main hall. They changed every day. I got a sushi because of it. Look, I'm not saying it's bad. I do think they are really good additions and a step in the right direction. It gives people something to do in RecCon while waiting for like events or something. Or they just really want a food item. This is their lucky day. But in general, I'm really happy with the new hub. And I cannot wait to see how Rec Room innovates even more with the rest of the convention. Do you guys get it? I said I can't wait to see the innovation, and then just didn't innovate. This is the same room. Since 2020, this is the same room. Expo halls! What, did you want me to say more about the AFK lounge? Legit, watch any other RecCon video I've made. Same thing I'm gonna be saying there. Goes here as well. Rejoice! We are finally at the best part of RecCon. We'll go through all 5 categories and talk about how I feel about them. The categories this year being Artist Alley, Classes and Leagues, Clubs, Portfolio, and Creator Gala nominees, which, if I say so myself, is actually a really good idea. Look, if you're gonna have like a big award show for the games in your game, showing it off in your in-game convention is a pretty good idea. So, you know, the people playing your game know what's going on and know who's getting nominated. Before we actually start, they've added a new menu where you can go straight to a specific room. I'm guessing this is mostly for creators. They're like, oh, I want to find my booth. I can't be asked sludging through 24 rooms in Portfolio. We'll get to that. Artist Alley with 5 rooms. Yay! I forgot people have talent. Artist Alley, like every single year, is extremely impressive. Because how do you look at a game that looks like this and go, you know what, let's just draw some really realistic, like, humans? Like, what? Why would you put yourself through that? There was a lot of cool art, like this silly guy. There were titties. There were nipples. There was a Rec Room moderator. There was Pow using a shortened down version of a booth she used in 2022. I would slam my desk, but that broke my mic last time. Honest to God though, if you look past the interesting pricing for some people, this is a wonderful way to start the convention. Classes and leagues with 5 rooms. Right, I know depending on who you are, this is either really cool or really I'm in the park. Look, this is really cool. You can see all the classes going on, all the leagues going on, but at the same time, I'm not the target demographic here. I'm not their core audience. So I really couldn't care less. And because of that, I feel like I can't say anything massive about this, because realistically, what am I gonna say? That's not a plan. Oh, look at this spoof. They got my time zone right, but the actual Rec Room main menu couldn't. Clubs with 10 rooms. TNTpenguin, you skipped over the Creators Gala. Yeah, I'm doing that one last. You know what the worst part is? In making one of these scripts, looking back at my notes and trying to decipher what I meant. Overall, though, there were some really cool booths, like this train one, which is really impressive. And Persona 3, I think this is the first time in Retcon history that I've taken away something from the club's expo. I'm not saying the other years were bad, I'm just saying this one was better. There were some really good booths, but I do kind of feel bad for the booths that are not of same quality because they're getting completely overshadowed just because they don't have as much experience, and it's not their fault, and it's not the fault of the good booths either. It just kind of makes me feel bad. Portfolio 24 rooms. I really don't like how many rooms it is. Okay, I said a very similar thing 2 years ago. It being a lot of rooms is a good thing and bad thing. Good thing, you get to see a lot of quality. Bad thing, have fun scrolling through each individual room and taking so bloody long. You don't know how much the portfolio took on my recording. I think like half an hour. And this one wasn't even good. There wasn't even me. Zazu, yay. Holy moly, I wrote so much on my notes about this one. And I wrote so much on the script on top of that. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun. For context, I'm recording all of this after I've just come home from college. I'm really tired. I just want to get this done, man. Okay, I'm gonna kind of repeat what I said about the clubs because it is my overwhelming opinion on the expo halls. And it is not really anyone's fault. This is probably the best case scenario. Alright, don't get me wrong. Portfolio is good. The entirety of the expo halls is a massive improvement from last year. Portfolio in specific, having some of the most detailed stuff I've seen in Rec Room. And I don't mean, oh, in every room. No, I mean one specific thing being able to be limited down to like, what, 11 ink? All of this is a massive step up and is the direction Retcon should be going on. Like, genuinely, look at this robot, look at this vampire, look at all of it. But the biggest but in the entire convention, the booths that are of lower quality are getting absolutely overshadowed, and it is just not their fault. And I'm not saying that the high quality booths are bad because of it. This is probably the best case scenario. This makes me feel a bit sympathetic for the people that don't have as much experience to make high quality booths like others. I know this is a massive nothing statement. It's just I kind of feel bad, especially with some booths that I would say are the worst. Is it really their fault? Like CV2 booths. Building isn't their expertise, so, you know, it makes sense. I just kind of feel bad. And this is going to be the first and last time you're going to be hearing me be sympathetic in Retcon. Want to know why? Because with about 15 rooms, each room being a different category that different people are nominated for. I like that, that's cool. Its categories being best room, best game room, most innovation, best audio, best room visuals, best room 2.0 room, best studio room, best makeup pen room, emerging creator, best solo creator, best build team, best rec tuber slash rec TikToker, which I didn't win, rigged, best UGC avatar item, best 2D art, and best invention. Okay, remember when I was being really sympathetic and understanding to creators that don't have as much experience in creating high quality booths? Well, I'm not going to do that here, because if you're being nominated for being some of the best creators on the platform, I would at least expect you to make a booth. Okay, so you're nominated for best creative team and you just don't bother to make a booth. You couldn't get one person to make that. And the thing is, it isn't just this one, it's multiple that are just flat out missing, and it's just a door. It's not just lazy, it's just great to see that some of the best creators in Rec Room couldn't be bothered to take time out of their day to make a simple booth showing why they've been nominated or what team got nominated. But TNTpenguin, your booth in 2020 wasn't a lot of quality, so you can't be saying much. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I'm not being nominated as some of the top creators of the game. And at least I bothered to do something instead of making just a door. Right, let's cool off with some of the events. Oh, funny, you're a funny one. In my first Retcon video that I implore you to not watch, that video doesn't exist, I briefly brush upon how you can't join events because they would instantly fill up. I thought they pretty much fixed that, by having the broadcasting feature. God, was I wrong? It's still an overwhelming issue that plagues events. Fun fact, there's also a lot of events that happen at the exact same time, so even if you wanted to, you can't join every event. But oh, TNTpenguin, they probably have multiple events happening at the same time to rectify the rooms instantly filling up. No, because the second they start, gone. You can't join any of them. I understand that might just be a day one thing because I didn't bother with events afterwards, apart from the keynote. And as well, you can't see all of the events that are happening for RecCon in-game. You'd have to actually go into the Rec Room website to see all of them that are happening on all of the days. Now, instead of complaining, I will give you a solution. Rec Room, you've shown off that you can do sub-menus, multiple sub-menus on top of that. Just have a different sub-menu for a different day so you can see each day and what events are happening on that day. The keynote, yeah, after not being able to join the first batch of events, I kind of gave up with events. But Penguin, what if you went to the second batch? You could have... Okay, first of all, do I look like that guy mining to the diamonds but then like turned away? No. Second of all, I'm not staying up at 2 in the morning to watch a shitty Rec Room event. Thankfully, the keynote was reasonably timed. Yay! 100 million players. Another stat, and then another one. They opened forums for everyone. That's pretty cool. People can get help for a lot of things now. That's really cool. I like that. New Rec Room original. I don't care. I don't play this game anymore. Oh. The projector disappeared. Let's rejoin. What does it mean by it's full? How does it get full? YouTube stream. Yippee. So you know how Rec Room items have only been getting more and more expensive? Well, they actually addressed that. But no, they actually completely avoided it by saying, we wanted a creative mall with so many priced items. I left it at that. Guys, we're announcing a new avatar menu. That looks like the Roblox menu. Right, so new body types are coming with sliders apparently. So you can edit how you look. This only means one thing. Kitty sliders are coming to Rec Room. Time to play the game again. And to end off the keynote, they put Crescendo on Quest. I care so deeply
for making this keynote and the event go so smoothly.
Hey Gribbly, you should do stand-up. You're really funny. Did you know you're really funny? Conclusion. Do you guys get it? Because it's a con and it said conclusion. I'm really funny. Did you know that? Right, putting my complaints aside for 1 second. Very hard for me, I know. This is the best RecCon. After like 4 years, they got rid of the useless fluff. They got rid of a lot of the issues that I had. That's really cool. They didn't listen to me specifically. They probably listened to other people that had similar complaints. But I still feel heard. Expo halls finally feel like they have consistent quality instead of whatever the fuck I was looking at in the past few years. You could genuinely just chalk that up to people have gotten better at building. Depends if you're a glass half full type of guy or gal or them. But my issue with events do kind of stand. You can barely get into events, and when you do, they are fine. Okay, my girlfriend's watching The Office like while I'm recording this. I'm losing my train of thought every single time I look at my second monitor. 2 years ago, in my 2020 RecCon video, I did this massive speech about quality control. Thankfully, in RecCon specifically, it's been mostly nullified. You could make the argument that in Rec Room as a whole that it's still there. Overall, I am genuinely pretty happy. A lot of the complaints that I had back then are gone. It actually feels fresh and not just a reskin of last year's. And I'm actually going to end the video there before I get negative again. Please subscribe. I like to see the funny number go up. Waddle on.